Hello guys and welcome. I am Ahmed Adel and this is Cost Engineering Professional, and in this video we will be discussing 9 secrets to become an unmatchable quantity surveyors. If this is your first time guys visiting our channel, please consider subscribing to the channel, turning on notifications, comment, like, share, show us love guys because we love you so much. And with this, let's get into the video. Alright guys, welcome back. Now, what this video is about. This video is about 9 secrets or 9 knowledge areas that you should master in order to become a very good quantity surveyor and secure a good position in a company. And most of the people are asking why some of the quantity surveyors are getting $1,000 salary or even less, and some others are getting $5,000 and $10,000 and $20,000 salary, while both of them are having the same designation or job title, which is quantity surveyor. And in this video, I'll be showing you exactly why and what are the skills that you need to acquire in order to be a successful and strong quantity surveyor. So let's start. The first secret or the first skill or knowledge area is learn how to measure quantities from the drawings. And wait, before you close this video and say this guy is saying or speaking about nonsense, just think about it for a while. The designation is called quantity surveyor. You should be able to measure quantities, guys. So first of all, decide which takeoff tool are you going to use, because if you are still using AutoCAD until now, with all respect to AutoCAD, AutoCAD is not a takeoff tool or a takeoff software. AutoCAD is a drafting software, okay? So you need to choose a takeoff tool like PlanSwift or CostX or Bluebeam or anything, something that gives you the power to be very fast and very accurate when it comes to quantity takeoff and measuring the quantities from drawings. Okay, so this is a very important part. The part number 2 is learn how to measure each item in the BOQ. Now you have a project, and how many items do we have in the project? So much, guys, so many items. Some of them are measured, which will take us to point number 3. Some of them are measured in numbers, linear meters, square meters, cubic meters, item, provisional sum, and all this. You need to know how to measure the item from the drawing and what is the unit of measurement of each item in the project. So this is the first secret. Learn how to measure quantities from drawing. Work seriously on that, guys. If you take like one day to like quantify a 1 million job or 500,000 let's say dollars job, then like you need to understand very fast that you lack something here and you need to improve here in this area. Okay, secret number 2, learn how to develop project scope and how to prepare a BOQ. And what does that mean? Now, someone can come and throw some drawings at you and say, please give me the estimate, give me the price of the project, or give me at least a quantified BOQ. But you shouldn't be asking him what are the items that I should measure. You should know, you should tell people that in order for these drawings to become something real, in order to execute these drawings, we will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items, whatever items are there, and this is how you define the scope of the project, and you go and measure each of these items in the proper unit of measurement that this item should be measured in. So the first thing we can say here is that you need to know the BOQ divisions. The BOQ has many divisions, guys, and if the nature of project is similar, so a BOQ from a previous project might be very helpful to you. You can just follow the same, but you need to be careful. If there are some missing items, you need to add them to this BOQ. But it will be starting from the preliminaries. Then you will have the site works, concrete works, masonry works, metal works, wood works, thermal moisture protection, finishes, doors and windows, external works, mechanical, electrical, and provisional sums, and all these stuff, accessories. So you need to know, first of all, the BOQ divisions. Then inside each division, guys, you need to understand what are the items that will come inside each of these divisions so that you can measure them and don't miss any items. Point number 3 here, read the drawings carefully and don't miss any items in the BOQ. We discussed this. Now imagine you have done a BOQ and maybe you did the cost estimation or someone else did the cost estimation, and you just followed the BOQ that you prepared, or the cost estimator followed the BOQ that you just prepared, and one item is missing there. So simply it will not be priced. It will not be priced. So if your contract is lump sum, you will execute this item from your pocket. So this is a very important part here, guys. Read the drawings carefully, identify the scope of work carefully, and add each and every item to the BOQ. And some of the tenders, when the tender documents are issued to you as a contracting company, one of the contract documents is BOQ, and most of the time it will be quantified BOQ, or maybe only BOQ, and you need to put the quantities, rates, and amounts. If one item is missing there, it will not be priced, and if the contract is lump sum, you will execute it from your pocket. Be very careful about this, guys. This is so much important. Point number 4 here is to learn about prime cost items, and point number 5 is to learn about provisional sum items. So the PC item and the PC and the PS, let's start with the PC. For example, let's speak about supply of flooring tiles. This is a lump sum item. It's an item inside your BOQ, which is part of your lump sum contract. But what is the supply rate of the tile? There should be a selection. The client or the project owner should select this specific item. So select means what? He needs to go and choose the model number from the specific supplier or the specific vendor. So such information will not be available at the time of making the tender. So some PC rate should be there, like let's say 10, 20, 30, whatever currency you are using per square meter for the supply only of this material. But installation of this material and all the associated materials that will be required, for example, in the case of tiles, so you will need sand, you will need cement, mortar, and you will need grouting, spacers. All these things are included in your rate, but a part of your rate is the PC, or the supply rate of the tiles. So just read about the PC items, guys, understand how to deal with them, what is a PC adjustment, so that you can deal with them later on when the project starts or during the execution of the project, and we will be discussing this in a moment. Now, provisional sum items. Some items will be a provisional sum when there is some kind of uncertainty about the item. Let's say the elevators, for example, or the swimming pool. You will just keep an amount of, let's say, 100,000 or whatever currency you're using. You will just keep an amount to execute this item. But maybe there is no design for the swimming pool yet. Maybe there is no design for the elevator yet, whatever the provisional sum item. And there will be some additional item to the rate that you will specify for the provisional sum. And this will be a percentage from the amount of the provisional sum. And this percentage will be for the contractor attendance, overheads, and profits. So we need to know what is PC and what is PS. We don't need to miss anything in the BOQ, guys. We need to understand each item in the BOQ. We need to know the BOQ divisions in order to be able to do the knowledge area, or the secret number 2, which is develop project scope and how to prepare a BOQ. Okay. Secret number 3, learn detailed cost estimation. And actually, guys, this is where you start becoming more experienced, more expert in what you are doing. When you leave the level of being only a quantity surveyor who will be only doing the takeoffs, busy with what is the quantity, unit of measurement, BOQ, this is where you start to enhance your skills, develop, grow up a little bit, and become a cost estimator. So first of all, you need to understand the difference between cost and the price. If I am a contractor, guys, if I am going to execute some item, of course I will encounter some costs to execute this item. So these are my costs. But how much I will sell this to my client, this will be my price. But the price that I am giving to my client is his cost. So the difference between cost and the price has to be very well understood when we are talking about detailed cost estimate. Number 2, the basis of estimate. When you are preparing an estimate, guys, you need to have some list of assumptions. What are your assumptions that based on these assumptions, you have driven your final estimate, whether it is cost or price of the project. So the cost or the price is driven based on some assumptions that you have made. For example, the productivities. One mason, how many meters of square meters of, let's say, block walls a mason can do per day? So this is an assumption. You will assume that he can do 8, 10, whatever productivity that you will put. You have assumed that, but are you sure that at site this mason will do 8 square meters of block? No, there is no certainty about it. But from your historical data, from your discussions with the project managers, for example, in your company, you will get to prepare the basis of estimate and the list of your assumptions, the prices of materials. All these things will come under the basis of estimate. Now, rate breakdown analysis, which will take us to the cost elements, guys. The cost elements we have for each and every item in the BOQ. We have a material cost, we have equipment or tools cost, we have manpower, and we have also subcontractor cost. So cost elements for each and every item in the BOQ is a very important knowledge area that we should know when we are doing a detailed cost estimation. Then the allowances and the margins are things that are added to your cost estimate at the end. You will estimate the cost, then you will allow for the things that you have not allowed for while you were doing the cost estimate, and you will add the margins to your estimate to come up with your price. And this is very much linked to the item number 1 here. Learn the difference between cost and price. So the margins are contingencies, overheads, and profit. Okay, knowledge area number 4 or secret number 4, learn about contracts. And we have 2 points here actually. The first one is the pre-contract works. The works that you can do, or the tasks that will be required from you before the contract is awarded to your company. And what are these? When you receive a tender and you submit your bidding and you are awarded with the project, now you need to sign an agreement, a contract with your client in order to start the works, and the works will be executed in accordance with this contract. So before you sign a contract, guys, you need to go through the contract clauses, and maybe you will not go through all of them, and maybe the form of contract used is not a standard form of contract like FIDIC or anything else. Maybe it is just a contract drafted particularly for this job, or maybe it's FIDIC Red Book or whatever. Anyway, you need to go through the contract clauses, read them, understand them, because some obligations will be there, guys, and these obligations might have a cost impact. Like, for example, if you are required to submit, let's say, performance bond in the form of bank guarantee, okay? In order for the bank to give you a bank guarantee, they will charge you something, and you have not allowed for that. So basically, you are doing that from your pocket, because as per the contract, your performance bond is in the form of bank guarantee. So the premium that the bank will charge me for issuing me a bank guarantee in order to give it to my client as let's say, a performance bond, this premium should be allowed for in my estimate. It should be included in my price. So I'm just giving you an example of where the contract clauses might affect your pricing, guys. And other than that, regarding the contract clauses, you need to pay a very good attention to the termination clause. How the client can terminate this contract. You need to be very much aware of the situation or the cases that you are giving to your client, that in these cases, the client has the opportunity, or he can terminate the contract. And you need to read them very well and be very much aware about what is there, so that you know your rights and you know what is for you, what is on you. And we need also to look at the terms of payment. Is there any advance payment? What is the percentage of advance payment? Here, this is the performance bond that we discussed just now. And regarding the terms of payment also, is there is an advance payment? What is the percentage of the advance payment? They are give an advance payment against what? Is it against a security check, or again another bank guarantee that I have to allow for its premium in my, let's say, in my price or something? And then how they will recover this advance payment. And here we need to also look at the retention, okay? what is the percentage of the retention, and when the retention will be released. Most of the time, they put 10% and they release 5% upon completion and 5% after 1 year, which is end of defect liability period. So you need to be looking at this as well. And again, regarding the contract clauses that we should pay close attention to, you might consider looking into the dispute resolution, how if in case of dispute, how it will be resolved. Is it due, is it in courts, or is it like alternative dispute resolution like arbitration? How the contract speaks, or what will be done in case of dispute as per the dispute resolution clause. So these things, they are not very detailed. You don't need to be a contract manager in order to do that, guys. These are very simple things and they just need some practice. So this is a very important skill that you should have in order to be a wonderful quantity surveyor. So let's go to point number 5 now. Learn about contracts, but post-contract works. Now, you have quantified the project, you have priced the project, you have reviewed the contract, you have signed a contract, and now the project is ongoing. You will execute the works now. So as a quantity surveyor, what you should be able to do, what are the knowledge areas, what are the things that you should know while the project is ongoing? You need to know how to do the payments. And payments, you need to know how to do your payments, how to prepare your payment application to your client in order for him to certify your payments. And you need also to review and certify the payments of your subcontractors to you. So the payments is a very important part. And actually, the majority of the quantity surveyors are working in the payments like 90% of the time. And this is where I say wrong, guys, wrong. A quantity surveyor need to know all these things, not only payments where you sit on an Excel sheet, previous current total, and that's it. I am a quantity surveyor. No. This is, if you want to grow, you need to like leave that, guys. Payments are important, I understand, but it is not the only thing that a quantity surveyor is made for. No, quantity surveying is much more bigger than that. Second and third points, variations and claims, like both of them somehow connected. But the variations is when there is some additional works or some cost saving from your contract. So you need to refer back to your contract, what your contract says, and how these deductions or additions will be made. Actually, when we were discussing the pre-contract works, I should have said this. You should also check the clause of variation and the PC and PS adjustments, how these should be made before you enter into an agreement. But since you are already in agreement now, so you will do the variations and the claims as per the contract. Actually, claims will have some part which is more related to planning engineering and not quantity surveying, which is time delay analysis and this stuff. But if the planner will prepare the delay analysis, at least you can like refer to your rights as per the contract and assist the claim consultancy or whoever you will hire to do this, or maybe even you will do it yourself. This will be your part related to claims. Then other cost-related tasks where the project manager will be asking you, tell me how much is the cost of manpower of the project of a specific item till date, and how much did we price for that. He might ask you to calculate the quantity to order some tiles or some block or so concrete or steel bar bending schedule. All these things, guys, are responsibilities of a quantity surveyor, and you should be very much aware about these things in order to be able to work in a project in post-contract. Okay, so that's it about item number 5. Sure, there are so many things that you can do while you are on a project full-time, but I just wanted to highlight these very important points, and this is knowledge area or secret number 5. Now, going to secret number 6, learn about procurement. And some of you guys have been watching me for a while, and I speak about quantity surveying, cost estimation, cost engineering, and this stuff. And so many people ask me like, what is your current rule, or what are you doing now, guys? Actually, guys, my full-time job now is about procurement. And what I want to say here about procurement, not because I am doing procurement full-time, procurement, guys, is where you combine each and every knowledge area that you know, and even every skill that you know, and knowledge area will be combined into one place to do this, to do the procurement, guys. Because first of all, you need to prepare the request for proposals that you will send to your subcontractors or to your vendors or whoever to start getting the prices. And then what is the scope of work? Because when you receive the quotations, these quotations should be as per the request for proposal that you have sent, and you need to make sure that the subcontractor or the vendor or whoever has priced exactly as per what you need from him, nothing less, nothing more, to avoid any problems with this particular vendor or subcontractor in the future. Then types of subcontract agreements, like, guys, are we going to do it lump sum? Is it going to be remeasured? Is it just supply and install? Is it supply only? So if supply only, we will go for purchase orders. If it is supply and installations, then maybe remeasured or lump sum or whatever agreement that you will be using. And what is the difference between agreement and purchase order? This purchase order will be for ordering materials, but when labor are involved, when there is a supply installation factor here and there is some liability over the works, then you will need to go for a contract, because you will have clauses and everything. These might be prepared by contracts people, but still you as a quantity surveyor working in procurement department, you should be like monitoring, looking at the subcontract agreements, looking at the terms of payment there, and the bonds and all the things that we have discussed in the pre-contract works, because in that case you will be working in pre-contract and you will be like negotiating the price, closing, discussing the scope of work. Sometimes the quantities will not be there, you need to quantify. Sometimes before you even float the inquiry to the market, you need to do a cost estimate to like prepare yourself, prepare your management, to show them that the price will be approximately around this figure. So don't be shocked when we receive the prices from the subcontractors. So you see, guys, you are combining each and every knowledge, you know, quantity surveying, estimation, and contracts, and even you need some personal skills, like you need to know how to negotiate, sit with a subcontractor, discuss the scope of work. And so this is where you can like release your full potential. You can do all, you can practice all your quantity surveying skills here when you are working in procurement. Wonderful knowledge area. I love it so much. And this is our secret number 6 here. Learn procurement, guys. Learn procurement, guys. Learn procurement, guys. Okay, let's go to secret number 7. Learn about time and the quality, not only cost. Yes, if you are a quantity surveyor and you will be spending 99.99% of your time doing cost-related stuff or tasks, okay? This is where you start becoming like, I don't know how to describe it, but you need to start going out of the cost area and start like entering the time and the quality areas as well. Why? Because time and the quality, guys, both of these things, they have cost, okay? So if you are completely ignoring these two parts and what are the like impacts that can happen due to time and the quality, you need to understand what is the impacts of time and the quality on your cost. If the project delays, if a subcontractor delays the works, if a vendor delays the delivery, what will be the cost impact in that case, so you can make a choice or you can take a decision or help your management to take a decision. So in order to do that, you don't need to be a planning engineer, but you need to have a good understanding, a good knowledge about planning and the scheduling, about the relationships between the activities, finish to start, start to start, start to finish, finish to start, and all these things. You need to know what is a cash flow, how to distribute your BOQ over a time schedule and get your S-curve and all these things. This is a skill that you should have, of course. Difference between quality and the grade. Some subcontractor will come to you, especially when you are doing the procurement, and he will say, our price is high because we have high quality. And you will tell him, actually, what is the definition of quality? Quality is the degree of conformance to project specifications. So I am not asking you to give me something extra. You are actually, your price is high, not because you have a higher quality product, it's a higher grade product, which I have not asked for. Please follow the project specifications. So you need to know what is the difference between quality and the grade in order to be able to negotiate better, and in order to only not focus on cost. We have some other things that we should be looking into. Now, what is the cost of quality, cost of conformance, cost of non-conformance? Such things you should be able to calculate. And the definition of quality we just said, which is the conformance, the degree of conformance to project requirements or specifications or whatever. If I need a Toyota Corolla and someone gives me Toyota Corolla, that's very good. But if he comes and tries to give me very expensive Mercedes, then he is giving me a higher grade. I didn't ask for that. The Corolla is a good quality product for me because this is what I have asked for actually. So it's just like that, guys. Now, secret number 8, learn cost control and earned value management. And what is cost control, guys? You will have your internal cash flow and you just need to monitor every month, are we meeting this or not? And what is the earned value, which is the percentage of work completed? The earned value metrics, which we have a video here on our channel. Maybe I link it somewhere here around the video, where we have discussed this, on actually all of these in deep detail. It's like a 50 minutes video. So I leave a link just to not make this video very long. But cost control, earned value, extremely important. You will be the QS who is in the project. They will not hire a cost engineer and the quantity surveyor and the planning engineer. This will be too much costs to load on one project. So the majority of the time, the cost control tasks will be dropped on the quantity surveyor. And in my opinion, as a good quantity surveyor, you should be able to do that. Now, the last one, secret number 9. I love this, guys, because as you know, I am an associate of the Chartered Institute of Arbitrators. And actually, in order to become an associate of the Chartered Institute of Arbitrators, you have to pass an exam and you have to take one course. And this course is Introduction to Alternative Dispute Resolution. What introduction means? It means that you just need to know what are the methods of alternative dispute resolution, like arbitration, mediation, conciliation, negotiation, expert determination, private judge, mini trial, and there are so many others. Just all you have to do is to know like how each of these methods is being practiced and is the outcome binding or not and stuff like that. So this is a very good knowledge area, guys, and some people are doing the alternative dispute resolution or claim consultancy services and this stuff full-time, and it's a very good field by itself. But as a good, strong, knowledgeable quantity surveyor, you should know this. You should know at least what is the meaning of each of these, and you also need to understand the outcome, is it binding or not, how to practice them, so that you can have a good understanding about alternative dispute resolution. That's it, guys, and these are our secrets, our great 9 knowledge areas, or let's call them secrets because they really are secrets. When these 9 skills are combined together, guys, really, you will start to feel it. Like you sit in any meeting or any discussion, or you sit with a vendor, even you attend a meeting at the site, you speak to the client, to the consultant, even to your project manager, you will understand the power behind this commercial knowledge. Actually, in my opinion, who has the commercial knowledge is able to sit in any meeting and speak very confidently. Why? Because you know everything inside out. When you talk money, guys, the speak becomes heavy because everyone is worried when it comes to money. And also when you know contracts, when you know dispute resolution, when you know time, productivities, cost control, then you can sit in any meeting very confidently and discuss the matters, reply to the questions, give your opinions, and people will listen to you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, comment, share. You know I love you guys, so please support our content so that we can continue. And with this, see you guys in the next video. Take care. Stay safe.